It's time for the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Now here's your host, Pat DiSabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat DiSabato from the Southtown Star newspaper. And folks, we are out at Labriola Bakery Cafe, 3021 Butterfield Road in lovely Oak Brook in the Promenade Plaza out here. You can't miss it. Beautiful, beautiful facility. Outstanding. So we got a couple guests for you this week. First off, we're going to have Craig Ferguson, St. Rita hockey coach. Fergie's been a guest of ours in the past. Four-time defending Kennedy Cup champions, advanced to the state semifinals 4 consecutive years, won the state championship 2010. They're off to a great, great start. We're going to talk all things St. Rita hockey with Fergie. Then we're going to have on Richie Labriola, chief doughboy here at Labriola Bakery Cafe. Built an empire with Labriola Baking. This is all his products. So we're going to talk a lot about the cafe, what they've got going on here. And so we're going to have a big jam-packed show for you tonight. And at the very end, we've got high and tight. We're going to still have players of the week, the Labriola Bakery Cafe, the Golden Baguette player of the week, and all kinds of fun stuff. But that'll be pushed on to the high and tight segment. So, and I got to get a shout out to some people at the end too. So, okay, we're going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout, folks. When we return, we're going to have on Craig Ferguson, St. Rita varsity hockey. Stay tuned.
For over 30 years, Beggar's Pizza has been delivering you great pizza your whole family will love. But don't forget, it's not only our award-winning thin, stuffed, and deep dish pizza. We have great pasta, salads, desserts, sandwiches, and more. Our meals are prepared with the finest ingredients available, making sure you go home happy every time. Whether it's your team's victory bash, a birthday party, or just a nice night out of the kitchen, enjoy a great Beggar's Pizza at home or dine in at one of our many Chicagoland locations.
Moraine Valley has a proud tradition of providing academic excellence and student success. A well-rounded college experience at Moraine Valley includes clubs, organizations, athletics, fitness center, and more.
With the coaching staff and the facilities they offer, it's been really great.
I definitely believe Moraine Valley is a good choice for someone who is looking for an associate's degree.
Moraine Valley Community College, changing lives for a changing world.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Okay, folks, again, we're at Labriola Bakery Cafe, 3021 Butterfield Road in Oak Brook. Our guest, you know, if you're going to go hockey, you got to go right to the top. And we've got Craig Ferguson, St. Rita High School on. Craig, thanks for coming on board.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, Fergie, another great season. You guys are like 23-5-2 overall,
Yeah, something like that.
11-1 in the Catholic League. Is it safe to say the Mustangs have picked up where they have left off?
We're off to a good start. I mean, we got a good group of kids. I think, you know, a good mix of some kids who have been around for a while, and Burchett and Foley and Blaskevich, Stan Soika, Jack Warren, you know, Napleton, kids like that. And then, you know, I've added some you know, new guys, a couple kids from the JV, you know, a couple pickups here and there. So, yeah, it's a good, very, very good group. So.
Yeah. Not that you needed any additional firepower with some of the names that you just mentioned, you know, with Burchett and Foley, but what's the addition of Ricky Farron done to this team? Ricky played, what, AAA?
AAA hockey for 3 years, and he's mainly a baseball player at Rita. He's one of Mike's top guys, but he's been huge for us. I mean, he's a big, strong kid. you know, a big heavy shot. He's a goal scorer.
Yep.
And I really don't think has played, you know, as well as I think he will play, you know, through the course of the season. He's come back from a pretty bad injury that he suffered last year playing hockey, and you know, shoulder surgery, torn labrum and everything. So, you know, he's kind of picking his spots a little bit, but he's a big addition, that's for sure.
Absolutely,
you know?
and I know he's dinged a little bit during the baseball season too. They're expecting, obviously, Zuni's expecting big things out of him on the baseball field. Burchett, 12 goals, 26 assists in 11 Catholic League games. That's like a Fergie-like season. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. So what's the key to his ability to score?
He's he's got a great hockey mind. I think one of the things that is a little surprising, he's extremely strong. He's strong on the puck. He just doesn't get knocked off. You know, the puck, he's got the ability to kind of hang on. You know, shoots the puck very well. But I think I think where the assists come from is he's able to kind of wait to find that guy.
Let the play develop.
Exactly, and yeah, he's been our best player. That's without a doubt. So. And
you got the top 3 guys in the Catholic League in scoring. They're all St. Rita Mustangs, and as much firepower as you have offensively, you know, in goal. I mean, you got Marty Napleton, who is arguably the best goalie in the Catholic League. I mean, his numbers are ridiculous. 8-0 or 8-1 now, 3 shutouts, goals against average of about 1.0, save percentage of 94%. Does he have a weakness, Fergie, or is this kid just rock solid?
I mean, he's just a solid kid. Doesn't get rattled, and you know, I think he's, you know, not only probably the best in the league. I think he's up there and quite possibly the best in the state. He. You know, and even last night, you know, I come back from a kind of a bad loss over the weekend, and you know, played arguably one of the top programs in the state, and really played solid from start to finish. But you know, we're up 2-1 in the second period. He stops a penalty shot to keep the game, you know, 1 goal. But he's been solid, very solid for us. And he got, I think what helped him a little bit last year was when Mike got hurt, Mike Kirch, who you know, in December was sidelined for the rest of the year. I mean, Marty played the rest of the way. Marty played more games in one season than any St. Rita goalie ever. He played 56 games last year. So.
Because you do, in the past, you've alternated a lot.
We always alternate our goalies throughout the course of the year, unless it's a situation where one seemed to have been playing against a certain team. You know, when his turn came up. You know, we did the same thing this year, and unfortunately, Mike. You know, Kirk went down for a little bit again. He was sick. He had pneumonia. He was in the hospital for a little over a week. So he's just getting back to full strength. But once he does, we'll start alternating them again. So.
And I've seen his numbers. I mean, I think he's undefeated. He's 3-0 in the Catholic League with about a 1.33 goals against average.
Very capable.
He's no slouch.
No, not at all. And we would alternate the goalies, you know, throughout the course of the year in the playoffs and state playoffs and everything. If that's just the way it went. If they were both playing well, then you know, they both deserve the opportunity. So.
Okay. All right, folks, we're going to go to Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Go to lisathomassalon.com. A lot of specials to be had. Get on that teen club membership. And we were at Lisa Thomas Salon last week. So, all right, we're going to go to this timeout. More with St. Rita coach Craig Ferguson. Stay tuned.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut and style for just $27 and guys get a cut and style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
For over 60 years, Standard Bank has been a part of your neighborhood, supporting sports and other activities, working with communities as they grow and thrive, helping businesses and families to reach their financial goals. In communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, your neighborhood is our neighborhood. We can help you reach your financial goals by growing your money with My Green Checking. Interest checking with no minimum balance and no monthly fees. To learn more, visit standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
Pops opened in 1980. Although we've come a long way, 30 years later, Pops continues to cater to the South Chicagoland area. Each of our owners are dedicated to serving the best, freshest product possible. Our beef is cooked and sliced fresh daily. Not only known for our beef, but other great items, sausage, chicken sandwiches, hot dogs, and gyros. Featuring our newest food item, the breaded steak sandwich. Let us cater your next party. Please visit our website for a Pops location nearest you.
Hi, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we have St. Rita varsity hockey coach Craig Ferguson as our guest. We're at the Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook. Folks, you can't miss it because you're driving down Butterfield. Look to your left, and the promenade is just lit up. Beautiful, beautiful holiday lights going on here. That's what we like to see because we're festive people here on the Coach's Corner Show. All right, Fergie. 2010 was probably the greatest year in the hockey program's history, and I'm even going to say probably the greatest season in St. Rita history, and it is a very storied history at that. You guys won the Kennedy Cup, you won the state championship, you got the daily double of daily doubles. I know it's a lot to be said, but do you think this team, the way it's set up, is capable of achieving such lofty goals?
It's a long way away, but those are our goals. They're our goals every single year. We've played against the top teams in the state this year and have fared well.
Yep.
We split with New Trier, each won a game in a tournament, and then I haven't seen Loyola yet. But it's just one of those things that it all comes down to. You hope you're healthy and playing your best at the end of the year. So
yep.
That's what we're looking to do. So.
Yep, and you got the firepower and you've got the goaltending, but everything needs to come together.
Yeah.
Kids can't take
definitely.
stupid penalties,
Right.
and they got to play smart, and everything's got to come together. So what's been the key here? Because right now you've got the program. 4 straight Kennedy Cup championships. You won a state title. I think 4 straight advancements in the semifinals in state. So what's been the key to turning this thing into a perennial power?
I think it's just trying to put together a program that is where the kids are going to get the best type of competition and going to the best tournaments and having a good experience. We've got a great, I think what helps our program tremendously is St. Rita High School. We've got a great following. We're treated just like any other sport at St. Rita, and that means a lot, I think, to the kids, and knowing that on a Thursday night they're going to have a lot of their friends in the stands and so forth. So, but it's one of those things. You try to attract top-notch players, and no one wins without good players. So we wouldn't be in the position we are in without the Chris Seamocks and Jack McDonald's and Henry Capuchas, Ryan Carroll's, kids like that, and same thing with Tasanchek and Michael Ferguson and Alex Roman and guys like that. So you have to have good players, but that's the key of just trying to put a program together where they're going to have a good experience, play top-notch competition, and
but there is a balancing act. You got to give everybody the playing time, and everyone's got to be happy, right? That's earned, right?
Right. We don't really have too many problems like that. I think the kids understand.
Parents don't call me in regards to you, Fergie. So you're keeping them happy. That's a lot to be said because parents can be fickle. They can be fickle, to put it kindly. We got Gerard Grabowski,
the worst parent. They graduated last year. Michael's.
All right, well, the Catholic League, it's kind of a league of haves and have-nots right now. There's firepower at the top with you, Bennett, St. Viator, Providence, and Mount Carmel. Your alma mater's coming on, and Fenwick, obviously a perennial power. And then you got the have-nots. Marist is struggling right now. Brother Rice is struggling. St. Ignatius is struggling. Notre Dame. What do you think needs to happen to get a little bit more parity and even things out a little bit?
Well, I don't know if there's ever going to be complete parity, but it's the same thing of trying to build a program, and I think everybody's trying to do that. And I think you've seen Marist. Maybe they're a little bit down this year, but they've had those quality teams. It was just 2 years ago that they were in the semis of the state. So you need players. I'm sure Rice is working at it, and teams like that. Mount Carmel, hired a new coach, so they're at least making the effort. I think they want to be, a top program. So.
So what do you think needs to happen in terms of hockey overall at the high school level, Fergie? What do you think needs to be done to improve it? What do you think?
If it was up to me, we would start the season probably October 15th and play fewer games. I think that's a big thing. I think right now hockey's, especially at the high school level, fights other sports. Football and soccer and things like that. So I think there's a little bit of a burnout factor and so forth. The other thing with that is hockey. If you think about it, hockey's a suburban sport right now. So, teams like St. Rita and Mount Carmel and Brother Rice and places like that. I mean, when you're trying to attract players, I mean, we have kids, from Homer, what the Foleys were from, and Burchett lives in Hinsdale, and the Farrens are in New Lenox, and
a lot of travel.
A lot of travel, but they're passing up, not only good Catholic schools, but they're passing up their neighborhood schools too, which are free. So, for 10 teams in the league, there might not be. There might not be enough players to go around for that. But,
that's a good point. Excellent point.
That's kind of their problem, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's not your problem, that's for sure.
I'm only worried about one school, right?
Exactly.
So.
All right, well, Fergie, thanks for coming on board again, man. I appreciate it a lot. Good luck the rest of this season. We'll be bumping into you down the road, that's for sure.
All right, thank you.
All right, folks, we are going to go to help me out, Gerard. Where are we going right now? Look at you, athletics timeout. We're going to an athletics timeout. We return. Richie Labriola, a.k.a. the chief doughboy of Labriola Baking Company in the Cafe. He will be our guest. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Looking for a lunch you won't soon forget? Check out the new Beggar's Lunch Buffet. Of course you'll find the great thin crust, stuffed crust, and deep dish Beggar's pizza you love, but our buffet goes even further. We have soups, salads, Italian beef, Italian sausage, pasta, and chicken. And don't forget about Beggar's famous cookie pizza for dessert. For only $7.95, it's an incredible deal. From 11 until 2, Monday through Friday, this is a can't-miss lunch that has something for everyone. So get to a Beggar's near you today.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Okay, folks, I'm going to do my damnedest not to chow on any of this food here. We've got Rich Labriola, owner of Labriola Bakery Cafe, as our guest. Labs, before we get into all this, what's it feel like to be sitting next to one of the greatest ball players in Blue Island Little League history?
Words can't describe it. I can't say enough.
Labs, a former teammate of mine with Sexton back in the day.
We covered that picture last year.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did, Labs. All right. First of all, thanks for coming on board again, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
All right. These are some of your more popular dishes. But we got the gingerbread house. We've got plenty of different breads. But talk about some of your popular dishes here.
Over here, we have the ricotta and gnocchi bolognese. We make the ricotta gnocchis every morning.
Yep. Melt in your mouth, man.
Yeah,
one of my favorite
they're made
dishes.
with potato, but the ricotta just is really light. Potato can be heavy sometimes.
Absolutely.
The bolognese sauce we make here, it's got beef and pork and veal in it. Here's the famous Richie burger.
You folks know all about that.
Hand-cut fries, Vermont cheddar, half pound on our world-famous pretzel bun, though.
Yep.
Now world-famous.
Now world-famous, absolutely.
Crazy salad, fresh tomatoes, balsamic glaze, fresh mozzarella. Salsiccia pizza. It's a Neapolitan pizza with sausage and fresh mozzarella.
Yep.
There's a special pumpkin spice cake we have this time of year. Next to it's probably our most popular cake is a chocolate fudge cake. So all the cakes are made either here or at our bakery in Alsip, or a combination of both.
Yep. And Richie, coming from the east side of the island like myself, so it's always good to see an east sider.
How's it feel sitting next to me?
Royalty. Baking royalty, my man. That's for sure.
Thank you.
All right, Lance, we should let people know. Product placement, man. Product placement. We should let people know you're open for breakfast. What are some of the breakfast items that you offer, and in terms of lunch and dinner? What else do you offer here, man?
Well, amazingly enough, we have a Richie breakfast sandwich. It's a pretzel croissant, sausage and egg, and some cheese.
Yep.
We do pancakes, we do waffles, some omelets, some specialty stuff, but it's more simplified. There's not 8,000 calorie breakfast.
Right.
And it's still fast. It's probably 10-minute serve time.
What do you open, 7, 8 in the morning or what?
7 in the morning every day.
Yep, 7 in the morning every day. And I know for lunch you got the fresh soups, the tossed salads,
Yeah,
you
we
got
make
hot and
everything-
cold sandwiches, right?
All the soups we make in-house, salad dressings in-house. We really don't buy much of anything pre-made.
Yep.
Our freezer is about that big, and we don't have cans of everything that we're opening up. Everything is made fresh.
Yep. And
That's part of our success, because the cafe should mirror the quality of the bakery.
Yep.
You would expect that if you'd never been here, and you walked in, this is what you would expect from seeing our trucks, having our bread. You would hope that this is what you would find.
Absolutely. And folks, bread, maybe it's the Italian in us, maybe it's the growing up on the east side of Blue Island, Les, but when you go to a restaurant, you have bad bread, it ruins the whole meal. I mean, when I go to restaurants, I notice right away, I tell them, hey, Labriola bread, and then they smile, they're kind of hard to believe that I know the bread that I'm eating here. But tell people about the bread. I mean, you're in a tremendous amount of different restaurants throughout Chicagoland, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're in some, 4-star hotels, restaurants. We do some stuff with Rick Bayless and his bolillo rolls. We make a special roll just for him.
Yep.
We do hotels like the Peninsula Hotel, and we also do people like Palermo's on 95th Street, and Beggar's Pizza.
Yep.
Is a proud user of our bread also.
Absolutely. It was good to see that they've got some burgers now at Beggar's. They've stepped up the game on the burgers, and they jumped on the pretzel roll, man.
Yeah, pretzels are hot. I mean, it's what we arguably are like the leader in pretzel bread, for the whole country.
Yep.
And that's how we position ourselves, because we do it really well. Whether it's Italian or not, it's really good bread, and that's what we can care about.
Yep. And how many different breads? I mean, people freak out. I mean, they think, how many different breads can you make? 20, 25? Let people know how many different breads you offer.
We make hundreds of breads a day, through probably 30 or 40 different doughs, and we make many variations of Italian breads. Even some rye breads, and just whatever category we go into, whether it's a simple bread or an artisan bread, we do the best we can with it and take the most time we can.
Yep. And we should also talk about, from dessert standpoint, I mean, you've got different cakes as well as the homemade gelato, right? Different flavors.
We make a gelato here every day also.
Yep.
Again, it's just it's our commitment to what we do.
Yep.
We don't need to have 100 of these going around. Right now, one is good.
Yeah.
So
what are you thinking? Is there future expansion plans or what?
Sure. I mean,
you want to open up the island or what? You want to open up a place in the island?
We'll talk about off camera. But I did get an offer from that.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know the person. So
Yes, I do.
We're looking. We want to do. This is what I would consider a western suburban location. We'd love to do. South suburbs, somewhere in Orland Park or something like that.
Yep.
The city, northwest, and have maybe 4 or 5 over the next 4 or 5 years. Nothing fast, but I think every area needs one. We're not going to be in every corner.
Right.
It's too hard to keep your quality by doing that.
Okay. All right. Well, Labs, I appreciate you coming on board, man. Continued success.
Thank you.
I can't take it anymore.
Go ahead.
You know what
Go
I'm saying,
for it.
Gerard? Let me
Wait,
take a
hold on a
bite.
second.
Let me take a bite of this
Now go
baby,
for it.
because this is a slice of heaven right here, folks. The old Lab Richie burger right here.
That looks
Really,
good.
that's unbelievable. Gerard, I was going to split this with you. You're out of luck, buddy. You're out of luck. All right, we are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. All right, get the Isaac text poll question. Get your cell phones out. We're going to come up with that chance to win $50 from Standard Bank, and we'll come up with our players of the week in High and Tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria. conveniently located in the Oak Grove Promenade.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut in style for just $27 and guys get a cut in style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly, professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, folks, before we get to high and tight, let's get to the Isaac Text Poll question of the week, sponsored by Standard Bank. Chance to win $50. All right, which player will score the most points Friday night? Boys basketball. Text A for St. Rita's Tony Hicks. Text B for Tinley Park's John Calhoun. Text C for Richards' Jovan Shorter. Text D for Sandburg's Ken Payak. Text E for Marist, Lexus Williams. Now text Beto and the answer option, ABCDE, to 90210. Okay, texter number 4 with the correct response wins a $50 gift card from Standard Bank. Little extra holiday cash compliments of Standard Bank and Coach's Corner. All right, now Labriola Bakery Cafe. Here it is, the Golden Baguette. Greatest bread in the world, right here. Player of the week, Crete Moniz, Michael Orris. Headed to the University of Illinois in the fall, scored 26 points, had 5 steals to help the Warriors defeat Rich East 70-56. The Lisa Thomas Salon, we're going to get a $25 gift card out to Michael Orris, by the way. Compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe. The Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week, Sandburg's Carly Katalinic, scored 15 points, including 3 3-pointers to lead the Eagles to a 51-38 win over Lockport. Carly, we're going to send you out a nice little gift bag, compliments of Lisa Thomas Salon, little gift card, some products. You'll be all set up for the holidays. All right, high and tight, folks. You know what? Last Friday, got together, annual thing with 1984 class from Eisenhower, a lot of my friends. And I got to give kudos to my boy Mike Marines. He sets this thing up, has done it for the past probably 5, 6, 7 years. It's a great time. We get together, celebrate the holidays. And you know what? I got to give some kudos out to some people that showed up. Marco and Kerry Martinez, Mike Kelly, Tom Nape, Debbie Cooper, Gil Aguilar, Marianne D'Antonio, a fellow Paisan, Kevin Marinas, and of course, the one and only Marcela Hernandez. All right, Marcela, I do that good enough for you. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.